Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Emily's Beauty, my own little space of all things makeup and beauty. So today's video is going to be a little bit different. Today's video is going to be a nail tutorial, so stay tuned and I'll show you how I do my nails. So to get started is my setup. This is my e-file by Ink London, absolutely brilliant file. It has an electric dial on the front where you can just pick your speed. Battery life on this is amazing. Next up is my red Teflon file. This is an 80 grit file, really good for filing off gel. And then next is my 100-180 file, which is really good for natural nails. I do have 2 breakages on this hand, which is not ideal, but there we go. So to get started, I always find the speed on my e-file. I normally go for around 14. I find that that's a really good speed. The thing I would say about e-files is I wouldn't recommend using them without a qualification, because they can be really dangerous. They do eat through gel really quick and really easy, so you do have to be super careful. You have to be careful not to slip and hurt the skin, but you do also just want to make sure that you'll get right to the free edge, just to make sure that you're getting away all of that main bulk of gel and any of that colour that's left. Also going to show you how to remove gel using a nail file. This one is 80 grit, so really coarse. I'm really sorry I go out of frame here in a minute, so I do apologise, but yeah, it really does just eat through gel really quick, really easy. Basically any 80 grit file will do fine. Next up, I'll take my 100-180 nail file. This is my boomerang file. I absolutely love boomerangs. I find they're so much easier to use. This file is actually a little bit overloved. I need a new one, and apologies for going out of frame again. So basically, you just want to take the coarser side just to really remove any last remaining bit of gel that you've got left over, and then you go to the other side, which is the softer side. This side can go on the natural nail, but again, you need to be really careful when you're going anywhere near the natural nail, just to make sure that you're not causing any damage. I'd use the finer side to just, like exactly what I'm doing here, just tidy up around the edges and across the base of the nail, just to make sure that you're creating that shape that you really want and keeping the nail really nice and tidy. Then I'll use my white block, which is 240 grit, just to buff over the natural nail, just to make sure that the gel is fully blended in. This is the only product I will ever use on my natural nail, because it's so soft it won't cause any damage, so that's really key. Then I'll just take a really big fluffy brush, just make sure I've buffed away any excess dust. This is my cuticle pusher, just to make sure that you really push back those cuticles really gently. You don't want to overdo this, just make sure that you're really careful, just removing any dead skin from around the edge of the nail. The thing I would say with this is it's really important that you do get rid of all that dead skin, because if you don't, the gel won't adhere to the nail properly, and then you'll get lifting and all kinds of problems. So you just make sure you take your time with this, just make sure that the nail is really clean. And then take your cuticle nippers and just nip away any dead skin that you've just pushed back, just to make sure that the nail is nice, clean and tidy. Apologies again for the framing issue here, really sorry guys. I'll then take my white block again and just run that back over the natural nail, just make sure that I'm really happy with everything at this point. You're finished, they should look something like this. So you want to take your prep and scrub or any nail cleaner and apply it to a lint-free pad like I'm doing here, and basically just really work that into your nails. Make sure that you've removed all oil, all excess dust, and that your nails are really clean, ready to go. This is my gel polish of choice. It's called Halo. I absolutely love it. It's really easy to use. I'll always use a base coat first, then I'll use my Easy Build builded gel, and then I'll also always finish it off with a no wipe top coat. Starting with your base coat, just take a small bit on your brush and just apply it like a nail polish. You don't need to do anything fancy, literally just apply a really thin coat onto the nail, making sure that you get all through to the edges, and then pop it in a lamp to cure it. I normally do a flash cure, so I'll normally cure for like 10 seconds and then 30 seconds right at the end. Next bit is obvious, then you just repeat the same step on all of your nails. Then take your builder gel. You want about a pea-size amount of gel on your brush, just so that you can really build your apex, which is the curve of the nail. Just make sure that you've really got enough on your brush to really spread that about, so you can sort of see the amount that I've got on there. So I always start at the base of the nail, really work it up into the cuticle, and then pull that down onto the free edge of the nail. When you're happy with your shape, you want to cure it in your lamp. To add extra strength to the nails to make sure you don't get any breakages, I always do this process a second time just to make sure my nails are really, really strong. So you literally just want to repeat exactly what you've done all over again and do a second layer on each nail. Top tip is to not get any gel on your skin. If you do, make sure you remove it before you cure. Any gel on the skin will mean your nails won't last very long, they'll lift, and again, you'll just have all kinds of problems. And then when you're really happy with everything, give it an extra long cure at the end. All lamps are different, but mine's quite a quick lamp, so you just pop it in for 30 seconds and that's enough to really set it. Then take your nail cleanser again and remove the sticky inhibition layer from every single nail. Take the softer side of your boomerang file and just really lightly buff over each nail. Just evens out any lumps and bumps that you might have, just makes everything really nice and smooth. And then again, make sure you clean off any dust from each of the nail, and then just repeat this for each one. This is the best bit, it's the colour time. So I'm going to be using a gelish colour and an API colour today. These are the nails that I'm going to try to be recreating, wish me luck. And I'm also going to be using magpie glitter because it's literally the best glitter I've ever used. So with the colour, you need to make sure that you paint this on in really thin coats. You sometimes have to use 2 or 3 coats depending on how dark the colour is. This one actually isn't too bad, but yeah, always go with thinner coats to start with, otherwise it will crinkle when you try and cure it. And again, really make sure that you get really close to the cuticle, really close to the edge of the nail, and then give it a cure when you're happy. I always leave my glitter till last, just so that it doesn't go everywhere, because glitter can be really messy. So I've painted on a colour and I've left it tacky, I haven't cured it. Then I've literally just poured the glitter on top, and then I will tap off the excess like this and then cure it so that you seal in the glitter into the colour gel polish, and then just literally buff off any excess glitter that you have. The very last step is a non-white top coat. Literally just paint a really thin layer of this on over the top of your gel polish, cure it, and you're ready to go. Top tip is cap the free edge. That will stop it peeling. No wipe top coat means that you don't need to wipe it. There's no sticky layer at the end, so you can literally just cure and go. And then repeat this step on each of the nails, just to make sure you're really covering the full nail. And again, don't forget to cap that free edge. When you're totally finished, you want to make sure that you give your full hand one really long last cure to make sure that everything's fully set in place. And that's it, that's the finished final look. I'm really happy with how these have come out actually. I hope that you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, please do give it a thumbs up and hit that little subscribe button, and also head over to my Instagram channel, Emma Louise Beauty. Give me a follow over there. Till next time guys, bye.